Your house cost you $300,000 and it still looks like a rental unit. That is not an insult, that is just what builder-grade homes are designed to do. Builders are not trying to make your home look expensive. They are trying to hit a price point, pass inspection, and move on to the next house on the street. Every flat white wall, every boob light on the ceiling, every hollow door with a cheap brass knob, that is not bad luck. That is a formula. And in 2026, the good news is that formula is easier than ever to break without touching your mortgage. Before we get into it, if you have ever walked into a hotel lobby or a $1,500 Airbnb and thought, why does my own house not feel like this? Stick around, because by the end of this video you're going to have a full list of exactly what separates expensive-looking homes from builder-grade ones, and most of it costs less than your last grocery run. Subscribe if you want more videos like this one, because we are about to get specific. Why builder-grade homes look cheap? Let us start with the actual problem. Builder-grade is not a style, it is a cost-saving strategy. Builders use flat white or beige paint because it hides less and costs less per gallon. They use hollow core doors because solid wood adds weight and price to every single door in the house. They use the same dome light fixture in every bedroom because buying one fixture in bulk is cheaper than buying 20 different ones. None of this is done with your taste in mind. It is done with a spreadsheet in mind. So when your home feels cheap, it is not because you have bad taste, it is because you are living inside a spreadsheet decision. Once you see it that way, fixing it stops feeling overwhelming and starts feeling like a checklist. Lighting is the fastest fix. If you only do one thing after this video, do this one. Builder-grade homes almost always come with what designers call a boob light, that flush mount dome fixture stuck in the middle of every ceiling. It throws flat, harsh light and it screams cheap the second someone walks in. Swapping it out for a simple flush mount drum shade or a small statement pendant can transform a room in under an hour. And you do not need an electrician for most of these swaps, since it is usually the same wiring, just a different fixture on top. Then layer in lamps. Expensive-looking rooms are almost never lit by one overhead light. They have a mix of overhead, a floor lamp in the corner, and a table lamp near seating. That layered lighting is what makes hotel rooms and high-end homes feel warm instead of like an office. Warm bulbs matter here too. Stick to soft white or warm white bulbs around 2700 Kelvin instead of that cold blue-white light builders often install by default. Paint does more work than you think. Builder-grade homes are almost always painted in the flattest, most neutral white or beige possible, because it appeals to the widest range of buyers and costs the least. That flatness is actually part of why the space feels cheap. In 2026, the shift among people actually trying to elevate a builder-grade home is toward warm neutrals, deep creams, soft warm whites, and in some rooms confident deeper tones like a warm charcoal or a deep green on an accent wall or even a full room. A can of paint is one of the cheapest materials in the entire renovation world, and it is also the single highest leverage tool you have. If you do nothing else, repaint your trim and doors in a soft matte white and your walls in a warm neutral, and the whole house will read differently within a weekend. Hardware and fixtures are the jewelry of your home. Think about your kitchen cabinets right now. If you have builder-grade cabinets, chances are the hardware is a shiny, thin, slightly cheap-looking brushed nickel or gold knob. Swapping cabinet hardware is one of the cheapest upgrades that exists, and it has an outsized visual impact because your hands touch it, your eyes land on it, and it sits right at the center of the most used room in the house. The same goes for faucets and shower fixtures. A dated, shiny chrome faucet next to a builder basic shower head is one of the fastest tells that a bathroom has not been touched. Swapping to a matte black, brushed nickel, or champagne bronze faucet is one of the fastest ways to make a bathroom feel high-end, and you can usually do it yourself with a wrench and 20 minutes of patience. Molding and trim add the architecture your home is missing. Here is something most people do not think about. Expensive-looking homes almost always have depth on their walls and ceilings. Builder-grade homes almost always have flat drywall and nothing else. This is why board and batten walls, picture frame molding, and simple baseboard upgrades have stayed popular for years, but heading into 2026 the trend is shifting toward more permanent, more architectural details instead of the peel and stick shortcuts people leaned on a few years back. Things like real wood trim, coffered ceiling details in a dining room, or exposed beam treatments. These take a bit more effort than a stick-on strip, but they read as intentional and permanent instead of like a weekend hack. And that is exactly the difference between a space that looks expensive and a space that looks like it is trying to look expensive. Ceilings are the most ignored surface in your home. Nobody thinks about their ceiling until we point it out, and then you cannot stop noticing it. Builder-grade ceilings are flat white drywall with a popcorn texture or nothing at all, and they are treated as an afterthought. High-end spaces treat the ceiling as a fifth wall. A simple wood beam accent, a painted ceiling in a soft tone, or even just switching from a stark bright white to a warm off-white ceiling paint can completely change how a room feels without touching the floor plan. This is one of the most affordable ways to add character to a home because you are not moving walls or adding square footage. You are just finishing a surface that was left unfinished. Closed-off spaces are making a comeback. For years the trend was to knock down every wall and go fully open concept. That trend is cooling off. More homeowners and even builders are moving back toward defined rooms. A home office you can close the door on, a den, a reading nook, a designated space instead of one giant open room that tries to be everything at once. If you have an open concept builder-grade layout, you do not need to add walls to get this feeling. Use furniture placement, an area rug, or even a simple bookshelf as a room divider to create the sense of a defined space. This single shift makes a home feel more curated and less like one big undivided box, which is often exactly what makes builder-grade layouts feel cheap in the first place. Texture is the secret ingredient. If you have ever walked into a beautifully designed home and could not quite explain why it felt so good, texture is usually the answer. Builder-grade homes are flat in every sense. Flat paint, flat cabinets, flat flooring, flat everything. High-end spaces mix materials on purpose. A woven jute rug next to a smooth leather chair. A linen curtain against a matte painted wall. A wood dining table under a woven pendant light. None of these materials are expensive on their own, but the mix of textures is what your eye reads as intentional design instead of a furniture showroom floor plan. Next time you are shopping for anything, ask yourself if this piece adds a different texture to the room or if it just matches what is already there. Matching is safe. Texture is what actually elevates a space. Outdoor spaces count too. This one gets skipped constantly. Builder-grade homes almost always treat the backyard or patio as an afterthought, a slab of concrete and nothing else. In 2026, outdoor living continues to be one of the biggest areas homeowners are investing in, and you do not need a full outdoor kitchen to get the effect. A simple seating area, some outdoor rated string lights, a couple of planters with real greenery, and a rug rated for outdoor use can turn a dead concrete slab into a space people actually want to sit in. It signals that the care you put into your home does not stop at the back door, and that attention to detail is exactly what separates a builder-grade property from a home that feels considered from every angle. The one mistake that undoes everything. Here is the part most videos will not tell you. You can do every single upgrade on this list and still end up with a space that looks cheap if you do not edit. Expensive-looking homes have restraint. They do not have 5 accent colors, 3 different metal finishes, and every trend from every year all in one room. Builder-grade homes actually already have one thing going for them, which is a blank, neutral shell. The mistake people make when trying to upgrade it is throwing too much at it at once instead of picking a consistent direction and sticking to it. 1 or 2 metal finishes throughout the home. A tight, intentional color palette. That restraint is what separates a home that looks curated from a home that just looks busy, no matter how much money was spent. None of this requires gutting your kitchen or taking out a loan. It requires looking at your home the way a builder looked at it, as a series of cost-saving decisions, and then quietly reversing the cheapest ones first. Lighting, paint, hardware, texture, and restraint. That is the entire playbook, and almost all of it can be done on a weekend budget instead of a renovation budget. If this gave you a new way of looking at your own space, let me know in the comments which room you are starting with first, and if you want a full room-by-room breakdown next, subscribe so you do not miss it.